Ufficialità. Papa Lima, request taking off back for takeoff on land.
Left one up, 5 Papa Lima, Long Beach Tower, standby, traffic departing runway 30.
Traffic set out.
7 Kilo Yankee, follows here, taxi to your right in the downwind, 1000 feet.
Increasing RPM.
7 Kilo Yankee, 7 Kilo Yankee, roger, turn crosswind. Turn crosswind, 7 Kilo Yankee.
Radio logged in.
X-ray contact, SoCal departure.
Yep.
Let's go. Number 299er, thanks for the patience, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff, begin departure request.
Clear for takeoff 26 right, 299 left cross,
Alright, 299er, approved as requested.
I have control. I have control. Okay, engages 120 green, center, carpets out of yellow, enter green, no warning lights, off, so we're good to go.
Exit 125 Long Beach Tower, expect about 4 minutes for IFR spacing.
Nope, hold it, 25, hold short.
November 0 Alpha X-ray contact, SoCal departure. I'm doing it for
Clear.
Number 606, I still only start standby. Number 6, Tango, turn base now.
Still a little quiet, isn't it?
Long Beach Tower helicopter 830 Romeo at Maverick, request northbound departure with information given.
What are they doing?
Kilo Yankee, turn base 605, runway 26.
They're still on the ground and doing the radio front.
605, we have traffic in sight, little land 26 right, 7 Kilo Yankee. Helicopter calling, say again.
Turn to the left and have a headwind.
Helicopter 830 Romeo at Maverick, request northbound departure with information given.
Helicopter 837 Romeo, we track standby.
Okay, they have to stand by.
Long Beach Tower
So delayed as well.
over Queens K, request landing on 826 right with information Quebec.
Helicopter 72 Romeo, North County, approved departure from Maverick, we at your own risk.
Departure from Maverick at the over.
Power is to the left.
72 Romeo.
Helicopter 5 Papa Lima, hold west of runway 30, pad 4, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, hold west of the 30 runway, Papa Lima.
What are they doing?
Number 299er, making right 270 departure, right turn for your southbound departure.
Right 270, stationary 29299. Long Beach Tower, Cherokee 8053 over Queens K, request landing runway 26 right, is information Quebec.
Number 8053 Long Beach Tower, overfly midfield at about 2,000.
You can keep the headwind, it's easier to
Right traffic runway 26 right, Cherokee 8053.
Number 4 Echo Bravo, contact.
Yeah, whenever the radio is free.
Echo Bravo, continue guys. Long Beach Tower, helicopter 75320 Sierra at Maverick, request West Wallow departure with information Quebec.
75320 Long Beach Tower, standby.
Long Beach Tower, 6 Whiskey, over the blank information Quebec for 26 right.
Cessna 6 Whiskey, Long Beach Tower, follow the 91 eastbound, same tension.
Roger, to do traffic pattern work, and we'll follow the 91 eastbound, 6 Whiskey.
Number 6 Whiskey, roger, follow 91 eastbound, and multiple aircraft appear to be in the pattern at Compton between 100 and 1,100 feet. Helicopter 72 Romeo, hold south of the tower, helicopter 72 Romeo, hold south, traffic going around runway 26 left, Cessna.
Cool aid. 4,000 tower, going out.
Romeo, disregard, traffic's going around, you're already north, so...
How's it say? 72 Romeo?
Helicopter 72 Romeo... Helicopter 72 Romeo, continue up on North County.
2897, helicopter 72 Romeo.
And helicopter 72 Romeo appeared, I caught you a little bit late there. We're trying to deconflict that 26 left go around. So if you're north of the runway, just remain north.
Okay, thank you, next time.
Number 6, Charlie Tango, turn left, or trail field 3, contact ground.
Put this down, the 6 Charlie Tango. Police Tower 293 Juliet over Queensgate with K-back for 26 right.
Number 5, Papa Lima, downwind approved pad 4, clear line.
Downwind approved pad 4, clear line, Papa Lima. Long Beach Tower 293 Juliet over Queensgate with K-back for 26 right.
796 Whiskey, disregard. Calling inbound over Queensgate to remain clear, Delta, call me back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that happens when they cut in front of us, huh?
Exit jet 125, Long Beach Tower, traffic line.
Usually when we are in a hover, they should stay on the ground.
Runway 30, line up and wait, exit jet 125.
Helicopter 72 Romeo, hold south of the tower. Departure from Maverick will be at your own risk. Correction, helicopter 32 Sierra, hold south of the tower. Departure from Maverick will be at your own risk.
Departure from Maverick at my own risk, hold south of the tower, helicopter 32 Sierra.
Helicopter 72 Romeo, bring change crew.
Frequency change approved, helicopter 72 Romeo.
November 853, descent approved, extend downwind.
Descend and extend downwind 853.
Lower a little bit the collective.
I just want to check, we have a platform.
Aircraft Papa Lima, pad 4, clear line. Aircraft Papa Lima, main restrictions hold east of runway 30. Aircraft Papa Lima, hold east of runway 30.
Holding east of runway 30, Papa Lima, yeah, the jet on the 30.
Air 7 Kilo Yankee, turn left Kilo 2, contact ground.
Yeah, don't turn too steep. Just shallow turn is enough, then it's much easier.
Exit 125, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Runway 30, clear for
Pretty busy here, huh?
125.
Yeah. This guy is taking off now, probably.
Attention all aircraft, want pattern work, expect full stop taxi backs only and significant delays.
Probably we're gonna get the clearance pretty soon. Will you get 500 then? Get a little higher before you level off.
Exit jet 125, contact SoCal departure.
Have a great day, exit jet 125.
16 knots, 500 looks good. Now we can lower again here. For the collective stay at this altitude here.
Number 853, turn base runway 26
In
right.
the turn you can raise again, otherwise you start to
Number 6 Whiskey, enter midfield right downwind runway 26 right.
Midfield, right downwind 26 right, Cessna 6 Whiskey.
Hold to runway 26 right, number 1, verify 65, November 657 to request.
657, straight out departure.
Number 657, straight out departure approved, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 right, 657. Thank you.
Helicopter 5 Papa Lima, pad 4, clear left. Helicopter 32 Sierra, continue outbound westward, low traffic touching down runway 26 left, Cessna.
Traffic inside and continue westbound, helicopter 32 Sierra.
Yeah, so you don't descend now.
Long Beach Tower,
Just now, we have started to descend because we have a little tailwind now, so the performance decreases a little.
Air Force 76,
Good catch, now we are at good altitude. Nice. Yeah, it took a little longer than usually, but now we are on our way.
Right.
Number 6 Whiskey, turn base 605, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Base at 605, 26 right, clear to land, Cessna 6 Whiskey.
Engine gate 1 green, after center, orbit out of yellow, engine green, over you little bit of orbit.
Good idea. flag, right?
Right.
Approach runway 26 right, number 26.
If you want, you can already go to your planned airspeed.
Left turn to river.
I think you already planned 80,
And sequence for runway 26 right, verify November 56 kilo number 1 to request.
Affirm 56 kilo, number 1, holding short 26 right for a straight out departure.
Verify 6 kilo rudder.
If you want, you can,
for your number 2, you said left river.
you can also use your
Airport 786 right,
cycling stream.
number 3, you want right close.
Affirm right close.
Cycling stream if you want.
Air 6 off rudder, number 4, holding short runway 26 right, take off request.
Lobby Stars, Sing 444 Echo Bravo, number 4, holding short 260 right, for right close traffic.
Number 444 Echo Bravo,
Stay in between those two roads.
Helicopter 32 Sierra, frequency approved.
Frequency change approved. Helicopter 320.
Runway 53, turn left kilo 2, contact ground.
Now we also see on the map the black line, so this direction. So this would be our perfect straight track, right?
Right.
I also like, if you click navigation, you can scroll through the pages. I also like this page, because here you see the ground speed really easily.
Runway 26.
Then you see this arrow and the line, so this line would be the perfect
Departure 26 right, clear for
perfect
takeoff.
straight direct line to Corona. Here we cannot go direct because of the airspaces, right?
Right.
But if you want to go direct, you just make sure you stay on this line. So you would now go to a little more to the right. It also tells you the bearing 070, so you would have to turn around, right?
Right.
And the distance is also pretty interesting, 31. I think when you go to the chart, you also see that, yeah, 31. Bearing, check. Ground speed. 700, 80 knots looks good. You already did the gauge check. We already got the frequency change. And your first checkpoint is coming up.
Counting traffic, departure man clear 7 right.
With the iPad you can compare what you hear on traffic also if you see them here. So if somebody says, hey, left crosswind, you can check left crosswind. That's also going to help you a lot with finding traffic when you look outside. If you still want to, the majority of the time you want to look outside, but it can help a little bit. This traffic is downwind, and then you can see it on your iPad.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320, 3 miles south, inbound for Midfield Cross, F700, southbound, northbound, Compton.
Nice. Okay, there's one guy flying along the 91.
Compton traffic.
From right to left.
Bravo picture on the go around. We'll be trying a right downwind departure.
Perfect block. Seems like they're using runway 7, huh? Or is this guy taxiing? No, he's taking off runway 7, right? Yeah, they're using runway 7. But this guy is in downwind then, right downwind for runway 7.
Compton traffic car 7262, right base 7 left.
7 left.
Compton traffic 99690 kilo is taking off runway 7 right. Compton traffic.
Back close traffic.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320, 1 mile south, cross midfield at 700, northbound, Compton.
Compton traffic, 73262 short final, 7 left, Compton.
Good, this guy is on 7 left, short final. One guy is taking off.
Right.
One guy should be crossing.
One Bravo Victor is on the right, downwind departure.
Okay, now they are on downwind. Make sure they don't climb too much. Here they still want to be low. Let's just maybe watch this guy in case he goes around.
Right. Compton traffic, helicopter 320 over Millville, heading northbound, F700, Compton.
That's perfect. Now to your park. Gonzalez Park. But that one or that one?
Lining up to the right.
Vigo 070 and after
Traffic, 969, you're making a turn to crosswind, runway 7 right, Compton.
Compton number 738 Kilo Juliet, taxiing to runway 7 right. Compton.
That's an early 80 knot drop.
70 and I'm gonna go 70 for climb.
Compton traffic, 969, Kilo turning downwind, runway 7 right, Compton traffic. Right down departure.
Good climb, we can use 23 for 3 or 3.5, right?
Right.
Okay, so not one, that's a good setting now. You go to 2000, okay. So in this area, the Bravo airspace starts at 2500.
Right.
So we should not get too high then. Okay, one traffic next to us to the left.
Traffic, 73262, turning right downwind 7 left, Compton. Compton traffic, 969, Kilo turning base runway
If there is
7
more
right.
traffic or busy like here, it's good to zoom in right and you see everybody. And when you want to see more, is to zoom out to see your route, so you can play around a little. Center, it's a good climb still. Very efficient climb.
Compton traffic, 969, Kilo turning final runway 7 right.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320 over 105.710 at 2000, heading east, last call, Compton.
So also ForFlight is gonna sometimes pop up some messages, hey there is an airspace in front of you, gives you the frequency. If you don't want to see it, you can just click on it.
Compton, 73262, right base 7 left, Compton.
Pretty nice view here at 2002. LA downtown, the mountains. Nice, very good job leveling off, 80 knots, 2000, perfect. Frequency is changed, yeah.
LA base of traffic, helicopter 320 over 105.710 at 2000, heading east, LA base.
Basing of the S70 Romeo and the sound of the road here, the
Sheriff.
and the maneuver one of the subject.
The Sheriff usually flies pretty low. I know it's the Sheriff because the call sign is LA in the end, so that's always the Sheriff. It should be just below us somewhere. Oh yeah, there.
Oh, I see.
So when you see LA, that's probably the sheriff, probably pretty low. If you see Sierra Delta SD, then it's the sheriff from San Diego. It's also sometimes here. What did Hero say? Somewhere in the north. Oh yeah, they're over 7 to Romeo.
Oh.
So maybe they get close to us and we'll look out for him. 18 knots 2000 looks perfect.
Now we go to 50.
Yeah. And Unos.
Right.
Understood north, over. You plan to fly 80 knots, okay? Ground speeds 77 at the moment, not too much wind. Did you remember the time or are you resetting the timer?
30 minutes, so...
Okay.
37.
37, yeah, okay. Okay, 37, 18 knots. So we try to be precise on the airspeed, because if we always fly maybe 10 knots too low, too less, then we're gonna take longer, right? So then the navigation navlog doesn't really work out anymore. But also we can use that one, so we use... The forward also gives you... The active leg is also always pink. And the legs you already did are yellow, and the next legs are blue. This one is blue, and the ones you did are yellow. Okay, 7 to Romeo is somewhere here in the mountains. So we're gonna look out for them. The knots looks perfect. Workload is pretty low, so you can maybe do gauge checks, radio calls. So now it's really nice to use the rings, right? So you can maybe use the 105, 605, and with the rings you can easily find out how far you're away. What you could also do is 2 fingers, and then you see the distance, and the heading if you want to go there, but now we're just interested in the distance, 2.8.
Elevation traffic helicopter 32 Sierra northeast of 105 605 at 2000 heading northeast elevation.
Nice. So now they know you're northeast of the 105 605. Would also be nice if you say, hey, 3 miles or something. But at least they know roughly where you are. You're close to the 105 605. These guys are doing off-airport landings at 17 Bravo, so they should be very low level. Get a little more airspeed, and we have almost halfway when we look here, you're about 4 miles away from the last checkpoint.
Right.
The next checkpoint is maybe 6 miles, so seems like it takes a little longer. Tell you about the numbers, what they mean with the traffic?
The altitude?
Yes, but it's also in relation to you, right?
Right.
So if it's minus, it's below you. And on this one you even see an arrow next to him, arrow down. This means he's descending.
Oh.
So he's 3,500 feet above us and descending. He's probably landing in Los Angeles.
Right.
They landed here on 70 Bravo. You see them on this open area, this yellow area?
Alright, I see.
That's also, not everybody knows this position, but helicopters pilots in the area do. So we could also tell them, Victor Sierra is over 17 Bravo, 2,000 feet. At least then the helicopter guys know where we are. So if maybe if there is a helicopter close by, you could do that. But yeah, Weather in general is using checkpoints on the chart like Promoter Freeway or something.
2418 as well as 4 o'clock Glendale and 1,400 headed towards LEO. At the
power line. But we are more than high enough. If we would be closer, we would fly over the poles, right?
18 is just west of Echo Park, maneuvering 900.
See your checkpoint already?
Yeah, I see it. Front right. There's a 080.
You can also do position reports. Think about it now.
LA Basin traffic, helicopter 320 over Pomona Freeway, heading east at 2,000 feet. LA Basin.
Nice, perfect. You know what is this? What it is? Is this a shopping mall or?
Yeah, right, shopping mall.
Yeah, not very busy, huh? Not a lot of cars.
Right.
Come up on Cal, state LA 1.1, landing this.
Yeah, so east-west, you don't really have to overshoot or undershoot, right? Because there we don't have the compass error. really nice area here. Next one is the intersection, right?
Right.
That's really good job on airspeed altitude. Gauges look good as well. It's just always a good idea to check it a little, because worst case would be there is a warning light or something on, or the temperature is very high and you don't realize it, right, for a long time.
Defiance, November 41 Romeo Alpha headed eastbound, 2000 feet at the 105 7 interchange.
Now we go 1-0.
Yeah. Make sure you don't raise more than 23 inches, so this is more than that's very good. So you still have a lot of, you could even raise more, but not more than 23, right?
Police 18, Dodger Stadium, southbound 1000.
Didn't we say we want to go a little higher for the mountains?
Mike, I got you there. Is,
On the last one.
it's back up and running. You're the man, thanks.
So maybe here we use 2,500 and
Right.
you can maybe change it on your next nav log.
I thought I changed it, but apparently not.
You used another pen this time. But it's still 2,000.
Right.
Yeah, maybe let's climb a little 2,500 and we're already almost there.
The Alpha North side is bound on the...
But yeah, as you can see before flight, it's almost impossible to get lost. That's very nice. But like I said, it happens really often that it overheats. So we need the nav log always as a backup.
Gonna set Corona AWAS 123.175.
Yeah. Also, for a check ride, we're gonna do some diversions then. We're gonna do a little ground lesson about that later. Important part about that is we calculate the fuel, so The worst would be, hey, we plan to fly to Corona, and then we see, oh, the weather is bad, we cannot make it, or we have a technical issue or something. And then we do a diversion. Then we say, okay, we have to change the plan, we land somewhere else, let's go to, I don't know, another airport close by, to Riverside or to Chino maybe, which is just here north of Corona.
Right.
And then you would find out, so we have a procedure for that, how to find out how far it is away, which direction and stuff. And then very important, we're gonna calculate how much time we need and how much fuel. And when we know how much fuel, we wanna check if we have enough fuel. So at the moment, what do you think, how many gallons of fuel do we have left?
Around 12, 13?
Okay. So this one can take about 16.9, right?
Right.
So half would be about 8.5, so maybe that's about 10 gallons. This one about 3 or 4 gallons, yeah. So 13 sounds pretty good. Because this one is 4.5, a little less, yeah. Maybe 13, 14 gallons. Okay, and how long can we fly with 13 gallons?
1 hour and 25 minutes.
A little less.
Right, 20 minutes.
Yeah, so you can also think about it like that. Every 0.1 is of fuel is 6 minutes. Alright. So we have 1.3 13 gallons, so or every, let me say it like that, every gallon is 0.6 minutes. Is 6 minutes, okay.
Right.
Now I got it. So every gallon is 6 minutes. So we have 13, so 10 is 60 minutes, and then 3 are 18, so 1 hour, 18 minutes.
115.
Now you have the heading, you can check, it correlates with your heading here, so looks good. Yeah, so that's how I like to do. I mean, you can do these in-flight calculations of time and fuel and distance. You can do it however you want, what works best for you. And what I like to do is just divide everything by 10. So I know 10 gallons is 1 hour of flight. So 1 gallon is 6 minutes, so I always divide it by 10. Or if I fly 80 knots, I get 80 miles in 1 hour, so in 6 minutes I get 8 miles. So this helps. I think that's a pretty easy way to calculate those things. So when you want to know how much miles or how much time do I need for that miles, for that amount of miles, so if I want to go to Corona maybe 6 miles away, it's a little less than 8 miles, so it's probably a little less than 6 minutes.
Right. So this is AWAS?
Confused two numbers here.
Right.
Visibility,
Yeah, you can go to 2000 again.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 13 Celsius. Altimeter 2980. Remarks. Density altitude 2,200. Corona Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 1856 Zulu. Wind 270 at 09er. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 13 Celsius. Altimeter 2980. Remarks. Density altitude 2,200.
Corona Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 1857 Zulu. Wind 270 at 09er. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 13 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 80. Remarks. Density altitude 2,200.
So it's a 270.
I'll remain on frequency.
So we will use the runway 25.
Okay, good idea. Did you also hear how strong the wind is?
At 09er. Visibility
That was good timing.
0. Sky condition clear.
Yes.
Temperature 2.
Also kind of interesting that you know how much wind you can expect.
Going traffic heading now departing the circuit towards the city for 1,600.
So we will land at Corona, right?
Yes, one touch and go. So you're going down now? To which altitude are you descending?
At 1,000 feet.
Okay, maybe let's keep 1,800 until after we cross the power lines.
Right.
Then go down.
Traffic 86 now overhead downtown, 2,200. We'll make one large orbit over the city of Corona and we'll call when inbound via the shopping center. So traffic 425 will go around, departing with the left down with the 25. Up with the traffic, you departing the pattern at Corona.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320, 2 miles east of Santa Ana Canyon, inbound for landing at runway 25, Corona.
Nice. Okay, here are the power lines.
Corona traffic, helicopter 784 Foxtrot, 91 and the 15 northbound. Going to be coming in at 1,200 feet through the wash, landing on the south grass area, Corona. So sorry, crosswind 25 Corona and the downwind traffic, you departing? We're departing at downwind 25.
There's a one on crosswind,
inside of you,
one
base runway 25 Corona.
This helicopter just said he's coming from the east.
Like that, we're to the bottom.
So we might see him later as well. Make sure whenever you want to do something on the iPad, use the left hand, right? Just don't get in. No, because the right hand always has to stay on the corrected path of cycling.
So now go to 1,000
Wind here.
and follow this rain track.
Yes, very good.
Charlie base runway 25 Corona.
Still one guy on base. One guy is departing downwind and the other ones are on the ground, I think.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 over Throttle Dam, entering left downwind at 1,000 for landing at runway 25, Corona.
And we are on our downwind.
carpets out of yellow, enter green, no warning lights, carpets up.
One more thing we should do on the gates. Yeah, nice. Job. I think that's...
Center traffic, helicopter 74 Foxtrot at 1,200 feet, westbound, just about to beam 25 at 1,200 feet.
Where is he?
I'm on the north side of the runway, and I'll be doing a midfield crossover for a left pattern to the south craft area.
Oh yeah, so they're on the north side.
Corona traffic, helicopter 32 Sierra on left downwind at 700 for runway 25 Corona.
Orbiting overhead the Oak Street Reservoir, 2,600, couple orbits here, and we'll make our way back to that.
Traffic, helicopter 74 Foxtrot at 1,000 feet midfield, north down to the south, and turning left for left traffic, south craft landing area, notice.
Corona traffic, helicopter 32 Sierra on left base for runway 25 Corona.
Stop. 60. Descend, yeah. We don't have to descend too much, we're already pretty close to the ground and we still have a lot of time to descend on final.
Corona traffic, helicopter 74 Foxtrot, 1,000 feet over the railroad track, downwind for a left traffic to the south craft landing area. I have the helicopter in sight on final 25 Corona.
Corona traffic, helicopter 32 Sierra on final for runway 25 Corona.
Okay, so the helicopter is right behind us, but he's landing not... he's landing on the south ramp or somewhere.
Traffic, 86, making our way back inbound via the shopping center, currently 2,200, we'll call over to final.
A little left cyclic to go over the center line. Keep going. Let's go all the way to the number. Nice, beautiful. So the wind was reported 9 knots, it also looks a little windy. So you can try how it feels when you do pedal down.
Traffic,
If it feels not stable, we can just go back to headwind.
45, 45.
Okay, nice, nobody there. Then we do a left downwind departure, right?
Right. Corona traffic, helicopter 32 Sierra taking off on runway 25 for left downwind departure, Corona.
Nice. Usually always first the gauge check, but it's fine, we can do one in the air and a little left pedal and lower collective a little bit. And look to the end of the runway. Nice. Left cyclic. Nice.
Traffic, Cessna 886 now joining downwind via the 45, 45.
There is the helicopter.
And establish that 125. Center traffic, quick range 71, Papa Victor, 10 miles to the west and
Right, clear, clear.
It's pretty good climb. The end of the runway already, 900 feet. Like only one guy close by, and the one guy said he's 10 miles west, so he should be far away somewhere over there. And let's stay low for now, because if there is traffic in the pattern, they're gonna stay at 1,500. So let's maybe stay at 1,200 or so. Until we are a little further away from Corona. Once we are out, then we can climb to your next altitude.
Okay.
You know, this one is done, right? So you can, maybe if you can put it under the seat or something.
Traffic 86, 25, final 65, sure.
This guy's on final over there.
Traffic, Cessna 2777 Echo is about 5 miles to the east of the field. We're going to overfly the shopping center and enter 45 for a downwind for runway 25.
Yeah, 5 miles to the east, which means we should be somewhere here. We can check here. We're also flying to this intersection.
We're going to be
so let's get a little lower.
Runway 25, going to enter a left downwind.
Because he's above us, right? So we don't want to climb. Maybe let's only climb after we passed him. Your next altitude is then 2,000, okay. You see your checkpoint?
Yep. This intersection.
Yes, very good. Oh yeah, I see the traffic. So it's 12 o'clock, so make sure we don't climb. He came a little down maybe, so... Yeah, as long as we keep him inside, should be no problem. Maybe you can do a radio call to tell them, maybe a last call.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 over 9115 intersection, heading south, last call, Corona. So, 145.
Butter traffic, situation 71, Papa Victor is now downwind to beam, left, downwind runway 25.
Okay, the next checkpoint is still next to the highway, right?
Right.
And that's this...
We got you inside,
this query.
2777 Echo is going to follow in behind you for a 45 on the downwind.
And maybe on this leg, you want to use your timer. Or remember the timer, or use it, So it takes, how long? 6 minutes? And 2,000 feet, okay. Or 2,500.
Right, 2,500.
Corona traffic, Cessna 27777 Echo is over the shopping center. We're going to be entering a 45 on the downwind for runway 25. Come on. Traffic 1 Papa Vic is turning left base. Traffic 1 Papa Vic is turning at 2 mile final for runway 25.
Guy in front of us. A bit higher than us.
86, short.
We should see him passing from left to right pretty soon. Oh yeah, he's over there.
Yeah, gonna stop climbing.
Traffic 1 Papa Vic, runway 25. This is pulling up. traffic, Cessna 277 Echo, turning a long downwind base for runway 25 front.
You can also maybe change the frequency now, because you already did the last call.
Right. What was the advisory frequency? 122.9?
Yes, that's multicom 129er.
Corner traffic, Cessna.
Yes. The 2500 we can maybe use about 23 inches, right?
Right.
But
I think you just want to zero green, Amsterdam Center, from yellow, and zero green. A little bit of a bar.
this guy is actually now behind us, flying in the same direction.
4 jumpers away in the descent.
This guy who just spoke, this is one of these parachute jumping guys, or pilots. Okay, altitude airspeed looks good. We departed Corona, so gauge check is also good. Yeah, a little less than half fuel now. Yeah. This guy is now at the same altitude than we are.
Right.
And is probably also faster. Click on him. Oh. Then you see 75. Then on, yeah. 75, okay, he's not very fast. Now he turned away anyways. Okay, make sure you don't descend.
I see the left point.
Okay.
Right.
So that one?
Yeah, right.
So this is the lake you
Right.
told me about. Okay.
After that, we will go 100 at 1,500.
Actually good checkpoints. It's easy to find, really big area.
Right.
Yeah, so the next leg is pretty long, right? 11 miles.
8 minutes.
11, okay. 8 minutes, sorry, 11 miles, 8 minutes. Yeah. Zero, okay, good. So you're heading also correlates with the spotlight. Really good. It also tells you F70 was.
We're at the code, landing 111.
These are the hints I told you about. Sometimes when it's in the way you just click on it and then it's gone. But it's actually nice, right? So now you already know the frequency, it's a little reminder. You already prepared it, so good job. Maybe we can also put in French Valley here. work really. To save it first. That sucks. You cannot see anything. Um, 16 miles. No, it says straight line, but we don't need the straight line. Okay, now you flew out of the screen. Oh no, you just lost connection.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes also the sentry loses connection. Yeah, I think it's the sentry. Yeah, so there we can see it's not reliable. Now it's back, so maybe you can center the aircraft. Okay, yeah, so here we have Lake Elsinore.
Right.
This was this big lake on the chart, you can also see it here. And this private airport that is with the parachute jumpers is just south of the airport. You see these two runways?
Alright, I see.
So it's a not paved, only dirt runways. And around this runway is this parachute jumping area. So usually when we fly along the street, we just have to stay east, but your route is a little different anyways, so it should be no problem.
Fuel pumps to the upper deck.
100, 8 minutes. What was the time before?
6, 5, 5 to 6.
Okay. So 14, 15 minutes. Or 13, 15, 14. Yeah, so the ground is pretty close, so I think 2,500 is a good altitude, but much lower would not be very good, right? Still wanna, but that's pretty safe at this altitude. Maybe you can do position reports, you can just say Lake Elsinore traffic, we are maybe 2 or 3 miles east of Lake Elsinore, and then where you're heading.
Lake Elsinore traffic, helicopter 320, 2 mile east of the lake, heading southeast.
Lake Elsinore, yes. Yeah, so Lake Elsinore is pretty big lake, it's on the chart, so that's a good thing to use. Maybe on the next radio call you can say, how is this called again?
Canyon Lake. Railroad?
Hey, Moonshine 5, you do have a 9th person on there, but she's just kind of on there as an observer. She's a licensed jumper. She's not getting...
Railroad, Canyon.
Climb to the south, northbound over the 15, 2000.
Canyon Lake or Canyon Lake. Yeah, Canyon Lake is probably good.
Nice. Check point.
Sometimes this sentry just switches it off. So when you play solo and you don't have connection anymore, you can just unplug it, plug it back in, and usually the iPad connects automatically again. But it maybe takes a minute. Okay, yeah, that's also a really nice checkpoint, easy to find. Still windy here.
Right.
Star traffic, Star 98, about 3 to the south, northbound over the 15, 2000.
Yeah, maybe. Oh. Settings open. Oh, it's connected. Alright, there we go. You don't get too high. I distracted you a little bit.
Now we go 125.
You can do position report here, Canyon Lake.
Canyon Lake traffic?
Yeah, I would just say Canyon Lake traffic. I think that's pretty easy to find. Probably everybody knows that.
Right. Canyon Lake traffic, helicopter 320 over Canyon Lake at 2600, heading southeast Canyon.
Okay. Oh, last leg. 10 miles, right?
Right.
So maybe you can already prepare everything for your landing.
Copy out of yellow, no warning lights. And so here the A was.
Yep.
Maybe halfway there.
Huh?
Maybe I'll listen to the A was at the half.
I would do it already, because when you have a lot of time, then you can also later listen to the CTAF.
Station 192 Zulu, weather, wind 220 at 11 gust.
Yeah, so
5.
we're also a little far away, there are mountains in between, that's why it's a little hard to understand.
0
But the closer you get, the better it should get.
Clear below 12,000, temperature 27 Celsius, dew point 10, altimeter 2982, remark. Density altitude 3,200.
902.
French Valley Airport. Automated weather observation 1927 Zulu, weather, wind 210 at 11 gust 15, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 27 Celsius, dew point 11, altimeter 2982, remark. Density altitude 3,200.
220 11.
French Valley Airport. Automated weather observation 19er 27 Zulu weather wind 200 at 10 gust 15 visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature 27 Celsius dew point 11 altimeter 29er 82 remarks density altitude 3,200.
Yes. I think you have everything, huh? Right. Winds and altimeter. Well, it's pretty windy. And which runway would you use with that wind?
18.
Yes, because the wind is from the south, right?
Right.
200, so 18 is a good runway to use. And how would you enter the traffic pattern?
Control traffic,
right traffic, so...
French Valley, making a right crosswind departure.
Can enter the
French Valley traffic
right downwind, or runway 20.
Suspect citation is going to be entering the right base runway 18. Will be straight in for runway 18 French Valley.
Then if you think about how you come in, this is the runway like this.
Right.
You're coming from here. We could use the downwind, or what else could we do?
Or crosswind?
The base.
Base.
We could use a right base, right? First base and then final. So base, final.
Alright.
Valley Octa 834 Alpha, taking off runway 18 with the departure straight out to the west.
Okay, this guy is using 18.
French Valley traffic bearing 614.
And also we are at now 2,800. These mountains are pretty close, so maybe we can, for next time we know we have to fly here a little higher.
Victor Alpha is on the go, taxiway 18, right traffic, taxiway 18.
I think I see the airport.
Very nice. You can also do position report. Tell them that we are inbound.
4 miles.
Yeah, so, and then inbound for taxiway Alpha.
French Valley traffic, helicopter 320, 4 miles northwest, inbound for taxiway Alpha, French Valley.
Nice. Okay, seems like there is little traffic in French Valley. Okay, there is an antenna, or a power line or something, so you have to be careful, not just an antenna. Yeah. Then you can already prepare your landing, go to pattern altitude.
Going to 2000. Orbit.
Flight traffic, helicopter 92 Victor Alpha is right, downwind, taxiway 18, short approach to Alpha 14,200.
Yeah, so they are on downwind. Yeah, maybe let's do one left 360 here.
Traffic at 604 is on a right base, about 7 miles to the...
Because we don't want to cut in front of this helicopter, they cannot see him at the moment. So you can do a left 360.
18, French Valley.
You can also tell them doing to Sierra 2 miles northwest, doing 1360 for spacing.
French Valley traffic, helicopter 320, 2 miles northeast, doing 360 for spacing, French Valley.
Yeah, northwest, but
northwest.
Okay. Yeah, you can, that gives you also a little time to go down to your pattern altitude.
Right.
You already did the gauge check, right?
Right.
Don't forget the trim on the gauge check.
French Valley traffic system number 48340, 2 miles of the airport, inbound runway 18.
Okay, so that is the runway, right?
Right.
It goes to the south. So if you turn, enter a right base, that should work out pretty good.
Okay.
Just There's also one guy next to us. Oh yeah, nice.
French Valley traffic, bearing
You can keep this
6.40
heading.
numbers departing runway 18 for a left downwind departure to the north, French Valley.
Okay, and then let's also go down to your altitude. You can keep the 70 for now.
French Valley traffic, helicopter 92 Victor Alpha on the go, taxiway 18. Right traffic, taxiway 18.
Now entering base.
Yes.
French Belly traffic, helicopter 320 now entering right base for taxiway Alpha, French Belly.
Nice, that's a nice position to enter your base. Pretty windy now, the wind is from the south.
Put it off.
Yes.
French Valley traffic, that's number 48 towards the infield up to the airport.
And French Valley traffic, extension 604 is on the straight in, about coming up on a 6 mile final, runway 18, French Valley.
Yeah, we can maybe start descend a little bit because we're already on base, right?
Right.
Or there's a bird.
French Valley traffic, bearing 5822 is 4 to the
Always a little nose up these good big birds, then you can blow them away.
18, and extend if needed. French Valley traffic.
French Valley traffic, Sheriff helicopter 92 Victor Alpha is right downwind. Taxiway 18, 1,900 for 2,200 short approach to Alpha 4.
Okay, so they use Alpha 4, so you can now tell them
French Valley traffic, bearing 40.
final for runway, for taxiway Alpha 2, because then they know we are not going too far.
Okay.
French Valley traffic, RV6 on that Mike Romeo. Overlay Skinner, 2,400. Inbound for landing 18, French Valley.
French Belly traffic, helicopter 320 on final for taxiway Alpha 2, French Belly.
Okay, let's get a little more airspeed, we are very slow.
Extension 604 is on a 6 mile final, French Valley.
This helicopter, I don't
I can make that a 4 mile final.
know, is somewhere, I don't know.
604.
French Valley traffic, bearing 40 number on a left downwind head.
Yeah, make sure you stay over the yellow line.
French Valley traffic,
Up to this down, nice. You can just do a normal approach to next to Alpha 2, so stay on the yellow line. There is the other helicopter going down. Oh, that was a very light turnout for auto rotation.
French Valley traffic, contingent 604 is on a mile final, runway 18, French Valley.
Nice, good job.
5822 is seeing the numbers, left downwind 18, full stop.
Little slow and shallow approach, but still good. I would say we don't do a turn here because it's pretty windy. So this guy is on the runway over there, the helicopter, so when he takes off, then we can also take off. We can do a gauge check already maybe.
Okay.
And French Valley traffic, 604 is on a short final, runway 18, French Valley.
Okay, because this guy is also waiting for us, but
French Valley traffic, RV6 on that Mike Romeo. 3 mile 45 over the infrastructure for 18, French Valley.
okay, yeah, let's tell them taking off 25, taxiway Alpha 2 for regular traffic.
French Valley traffic, helicopter 320 taking off on taxiway Alpha 2 for right close traffic, French Valley. Taking off.
French Valley traffic, bearing 5822 is on a wide left base, 18, full stop, number 2.
Pretty busy, huh? A lot of traffic here. If this helicopter stays there. We're just gonna, once we are in the air, we're gonna do a little right side step. The important here is we don't want to drift to the left, right?
Right.
Because there is a runway, there are also airplanes landing and taking off. Yes, that's a nice side step.
Flight 8 Julia Zulu, are you guys down for French rally? We're turning to final 18. We're just giving space for the jet.
French down traffic, RV6 on that back Romeo, left downwind, 18, French down.
Yeah, so these fixed wing guys are all on left traffic, right?
Right.
Traffic jet at 604 is going to exit Alpha 4.
Yeah. But 300 feet HL is how much MSL here?
1,300 is elevation, so 500?
Actually traffic helicopter
1,600 feet. But you waited a little longer, which is good, because we want to be at least at the end of the runway, right?
Right.
So you can already level off, because your traffic pattern is 1,900 or 1,850. And our downwind here is just a little bit on the left side of this road.
Okay.
So you can go to 70 knots and tell them left downwind.
French belly traffic, look up to 320 on right downwind for taxiway Alpha 2. French belly.
Nice, you can stay a little more left, that's okay. Yeah, altitude is good, 70 knots and gauge check. Okay, here the road goes a little to the right. So what we do is we fly a little left here.
landing midfield helipad.
Maybe along these power lines. And then we have enough space for a nice base and fly.
Wind for 18.
Then you can just fly so far that you think it's good, that you have enough space. So one guy is on final.
Right.
And I think that's it for now. Oh, there is one other guy, I'm not sure what they are doing. Oh yeah, this one is also on final. 400 feet. So we extend our downwind a little.
On final, end up for runway 18.
Okay, there are a lot of guys on final. Okay, let's just turn base because they are using the other runway anyways. Okay, this is a good area here to turn base in general.
French belly traffic, helicopter 320 turning right base for taxiway Alpha 2. French belly.
Okay, you see this guy on final?
French Charlie traffic, RV6 on that back Romeo, final for 2.5 miles. French down.
Yeah, let's turn a little early. Or let's do 360. French belly traffic, helicopter 320 doing right 360 for spacing. There is the helicopter as well. Yeah, it's very busy today.
Another on final.
Yeah, but now we turn.
Hey, helicopter on final, you going back to the airport?
Affirmative, we are turning final now for the taxiway Alpha 2. So let's fly a little bit.
Charlie traffic, helicopter 92 Victor Alpha is right base, taxiway 18.
Yeah, so is French Valley.
Romeo, final 20, French round.
It's especially
1.5 miles.
important to not overshoot the base, right? Because we want to not too close. So if you fly final a little bit like this, that's okay. Usually we do fly straight, but now there is another guy on final, so it's not the best idea. So this is now a good heading. Keep a little more airspeed. The wind is really pushing you back now. It shows 60, but the ground speed is much slower.
Victor Alpha, final taxiway 18, midfield helipad.
French 23P, helicopter 564, taking off taxi Alpha, running 18, right sounding the departure.
Yeah, let's try to stay over the yellow line. Maybe we have to undershoot a little bit depending on what this guy is doing. Yeah, let's maybe land on somewhere this area and then we make some space for this guy.
French traffic, helicopter 32 Victor Golf is on the go from taxiway Alpha.
keep the forward airspeed.
Flex Valley traffic.
Lower collective. Still want to
Holding short. For runway 1.
Okay, then let's hover over there. Let's say clear. Because that is also another helicopter.
Victor Alpha is very short final taxiway 18, midfield helipads.
Yeah, we can stop here.
Charlie traffic, RV619 Mike Romeo. Clear that.
Turning into a headwind.
Charlie traffic, Cessna 734 Tango Sierra, across midfield, and then enter the left.
Yeah, so this airplane is probably waiting for the other helicopter, who just said he's also landing on the taxiway, so we wait for this guy.
French Village AP, hello profile C4, turning right crosswind to right downwind, northwest departure, French Village.
Yeah, so this helicopter is taking off, we are departing. The other one, I don't know. Okay, there is this guy coming in. I think it was never that busy when I was here. It's really busy.
Runway 18. We'll be doing a straight out departure to the shoreline.
Yeah, this airplane is moving now.
Thomas.
Charlie traffic, D40, taxiing back to runway 18.
Yeah, then let's go back to the taxiway. Let's say clear.
Rally traffic, Cessna 4 Tango Sierra is overflying. Field 4A.
You're gonna have a right crosswind, so be careful, active on the pedals.
Charlie traffic, Vector 2 Victor Golf on the right downwind for Vector Alpha, parallel 18 French.
Yeah, these guys are also staying in the pattern, they are on the downwind. Okay, let's go all the way to the yellow line. Left clear, right. Two gauge, check.
Gauge 120 in the center, focus on yellow, 033, no warning left.
Yeah, and then let's tell them taking off, taxiway Alpha for right close traffic.
French Belly traffic, helicopter 320 taking off at Alpha, taxiway Alpha 1 for right close traffic, French Belly.
Yeah, more back Alpha 2. Maybe we go a little right of this airplane.
Runway 18
So if we need, we can also do a little earlier out cycling to high enough, yeah. We just don't want to overfly him, so in between those two. That's good takeoff.
Valley traffic, Cessna 734 Tango Sierra, turning left base at runway 18.
Yeah, so the other helicopter is here at the end of the downwind. There should be no problem. Yeah, so the elevation is 1,350, right?
Right.
So at 1,650 and 60 knots we can turn, but we want to at least fly to the end of the runway.
Runway, using the French Valley.
They're pretty good performance today because of the headwind. And you can keep the 60 knots until you reach just 15 feet before the pattern altitude, which is now, yeah. The pattern altitude is at 1,850, 1,900. Let's usually do 2 turns, right?
Right.
Then also do a call, turning right crosswind and now right downwind.
Right. French Belly traffic, helicopter 320 on the right downwind for taxiway Alpha 2, French Belly.
So there's one fixed wing on final and the helicopter should be on final as well.
7 Mike Alpha is on the upwind. We'll be continuing to the short line, last transmission.
Yeah, make sure we don't get too high.
Green at the center, out of yellow, and you're green, the orange lights, curve up.
Yes, okay, so usually now there is nobody on final or nobody that is a factor for us. So we just keep the 70, fly a little bit over there and get a little lower already. It's pretty high for a traffic pattern. And then I like to turn in this area base so that over this crossing, around about that I am turning final then. So that's a good distance that you have enough space for your descent.
French Valley 3P, helicopter 564, 4 miles northwest, 2,200 feet, northwestbound, last call, French Valley.
French Valley traffic, helicopter 320, turning right base for taxiway Alpha 2, French Valley.
French Valley traffic, F70 Tango Sierra vacating
nice base time. So this time we can go a little further base, but still we always want to make sure we rather turn a little too early than too late in French Valley.
Right.
A little later is okay, maybe fly a little bit over here. Still, yeah, then you can intercept the yellow line, the extended center.
French Valley traffic, helicopter 320 on final for taxiway to Alpha, French Valley.
French Valley traffic.
This guy is probably going to be gone until we are there. If you would stop there now, you could maybe just overshoot a little, right?
Charlie Bravo in front of the restaurant, we're taxiing to fuel French Valley.
Let's stay a little bit right, because we don't want to overfly him, and then in the end we're going to do a side step back. Nice. That's a nice approach angle. And then you can do a little side step, keep the nose straight. Maybe raise collective a little that you don't undershoot. Then all the way to Alpha 2. So let's try to go all the way back to the yellow line. Nice, good job. So that's how we fly patterns in French Valley. Sometimes it gets a little crazy here, a lot of traffic. Okay, let's hover to the front here, please.
21188 is 3 miles to the west. We're going to fly over the runway, enter a...
Okay, then usually we use these helipads. If they are all full, we can also just use the ramp here. But now this one is free. And I would say maybe you keep the heading over here. And then we just hover to the side because it's pretty strong wind.
Okay.
You can just do a side hovering.
West of the field, we'll be entering left-hand downwind 18 from overlay.
French Valley traffic, F70 Tango Sierra departing southbound 18 French.
Yeah, then you can try to set down in the middle of the path, a little more right, a little left. Let's step down here.
French Valley traffic, 0 on right cross.
Nice, so let's move that down. First RPM down, then the friction on.
Right.
You never want to let go of the brake.
Lower Vale Lake on a 10-mile 45 for 18 French Valley.
A bit higher.
French Valley traffic, sound marks over the top, pattern altitude. I'll join a left downwind for runway 18 at French Valley.
Yeah, for the solo it's a little too windy today, especially with the gust. But yeah, that's French Valley is sometimes really windy. So even
French Valley traffic.
when you come here for your solo cross country, it may also be windy, right? And then I would really recommend to just stay with the nose into the wind like we just did, but just hover like that. You can also check the windsock over there. Yeah, and maybe also, usually we turn, right, to check if somebody's behind us, but if it's too windy then it's not very safe to do that. So if you keep the nose into the wind, it's easier, it should be easier. Yeah, so there you can now see your traffic patterns. You could extend the downwind, crosswind a little more distance to the road. Then you have also more time to do a radio call here. The rest is really good. This is a nice position here, somewhere in this area, this crossing, turning final. And yeah, I like that we turned a little early and then intercepted the center line. Because if you want to turn too late, then it can be dangerous, right? Because
downwind 180.
that's French Valley in the desert. 30 degrees.
French Valley traffic, Cirrus 1 Delta Delta, 5.5 miles. 0, clear, below, 12,000, temperature, 28 Celsius.
28,
French Valley traffic, sling to Sierra Lima, turning left base 18. French Valley. French Valley traffic, Cessna 734, Tango Sierra departing to the south, what's called track, left call. French Valley traffic, Cirrus 1 Delta Delta is over new construction on a 45.
Maybe temperature is low enough.
18 French Valley.
let's wait our 3 minutes. Our procedure now also today, the outside temperature is pretty high.
Right.
Yeah, fuel maybe 3 or 4 gallons left, huh? So not a lot.
French Valley traffic, sling to Sierra Lima, turning final 18, French Valley.
And French Valley Tomahawks, clear the runway at Alpha 3 intersection, taxiing to transient.
Total close. Thank you.
French Valley traffic, Cirrus 1 Delta Delta, over the water tanks, turning left downwind, runway 18, French Valley. French Valley traffic, helicopter 2 Victor Golf on final, taxiway Alpha 4, French Valley traffic.
Zero.
And French Valley traffic, sling to Sierra Lima, runway 183. French Valley traffic, Cirrus 1 Delta Delta, turning left base, runway 18, French Valley.